The lesson.
Oh, yeah.
You were on ABK at one point in time?
No.
Okay.
I'm just affiliated. Like, they're just close friends of mine. And we work well together, you know. Like, there's not many rappers that Kerser, Rates, or Jay work with besides myself. They have in the past, but these days, if you notice, like they either keep all their shit in house, and we collab occasionally, which is cool because we've known each other from back in the day. Yeah.
So are you guys from the same sort of area?
Kerser's from Campbelltown, which is about half hour away, it's basically the same as Blacktown, a little bit different. They're like their suburbs are like cousins. You know what I mean? They got a lot of similarities. So they're pretty much the same place, almost. We met at the studio where I recorded my first album. I was doing a lot of shit there. I had this engineer that I used to take care of him, and we used to stay there all night and just record, drink, whatever, like get as much done as we can, but enjoy ourselves at the same time. So Kerser used to go with another engineer, and he'd heard of me. So when he met me, he's like, "Oh, I like your shit, da da da," and he was a few years younger, and I just took a liking to him because we came from similar backgrounds, and at the time when I met him, rap was really what me and him do was still in its early stages, but the people, our peers or the other people that were rapping the same time as us, might not have been our mates, were doing completely different shit. So for me and him, we could collab on some shit where might not be able to collab with other artists of that time. Just, yeah, we came from a similar place, so we found a happy medium, you know.
So you guys would have met in around 09.
Yeah, about that. Yeah, about that. Yeah.
And then, now you'd remember his battle with 360.
Yeah.
And that was, I think, was that 2011?
That was just before his first album. I think it was about 2011. Yeah, 11 or 12.
So did you have a pretty good relationship with him at that point?
Oh, I'll tell you something. Back in the Myspace days, I used to battle a lot. I missed the got beef things. Like, I used to be battle. That's what I was known for. I started off battling, blah, blah, blah. And I missed that whole thing. I was just like, because I started recording a lot more, I was like, man, fuck that shit, I'm going to record. But Kerser actually sent me a message on MySpace going, hey, bro, we should battle. Like he's my friend, but he's like, we should battle. So he was still up and coming. You know, he probably had the same mentality as me back then. I used to think, all right, who's got a name for himself? That's where you know what I mean? We're going for that. And that's sort of that's what happens in rap or any sport. Whoever's doing well, people aspire to be that or better, you know. So, but I don't think I even responded to the message. I think I was just like, "Hey, this serious?" You know what I mean? Like, but that would have been interesting. But yeah, that's something that happened.
So it never eventuated.
No, never eventuated. I don't regret it. Because at the time I didn't understand the battle shit. And I was sort of like, if I went into a battle against half of those at the time, and they said some of the shit that I've heard them say to other rappers, I'm pretty sure I would have ended up smacking them by the end of it. You know what I mean? Because that was, at that age that I was at, that's how I was approaching things. You know what I mean? Like, I wasn't like, if I got into a battle, I was saying the worst shit I could say. Like, I was saying fight shit. You know what I mean? Like, so if people said it back to me, like, that's sort of why I didn't step in it. You know, you might have some little nerdy guy going, nah, blah, blah, you fuck your mum and blah, 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 blah. And I'd just be like, I think I'd end up just slapping some, you know what I mean? Like, seriously. And so by the time that eventuated, I was like, nah, I was done with the battles because I'd done it so much. And I'd done freestyle battles. I never got a chance to prepare and do written battles. If I did, I'd fucking, it'd be over. The only way I'd lose if I fucked up. You know what I mean? Because even today, If you listen to my shit, I got punches. You know what I mean? Like here and there. You know, when I feel like doing it, like it's, and that's where that was the approach I took. When people go, "Oh, why don't you battle?" I used to say, "Look, I battle on my tracks. I'm battling every rapper. I'm not singling out no one, or making a diss track, singling out someone, giving them that shot. I'll diss 100 rappers at once. You know what I mean? Like,
You obviously watched his battle with 60
definitely,
when it went down.
Yeah.
Now, as someone who, you know, obviously knew him and was in Sydney when it was all brewing and it got announced and then it went down.
Yeah.
Tell us what the hype around it was like and what impact you felt it had on yourself and the people around.
I think it was just like that got beef shit was getting really big, and it wasn't just him. Other battles were getting views. It was a new platform, and you were taking like a rapper from Queensland versus a rapper from Adelaide and doing the battles in another state like Sydney. So you got 3 states, you got massive exposure. So there was, 60 was doing his thing, Kerser was doing his thing, probably a handful of other fucking rappers were doing their thing, and that was just the perfect matchup. 360 being the metro, more, yeah, well, that's the only word I can describe it with. And Kerser being more the lad, street shit. It was both rap, but it was 2 opposites. So you had, 360's fans, and you had Kerser, and that's what made it so big. You need your positive and your negative, and if they were both the same, it would have been the same audience. But this brought that's to this day still the biggest battle in Australia. They'll go down in history. It'll be a while before there's another one like that. You know what I mean? Because after that, I think that battle was so big that it made the Aussie rap battle scene die after that, because nothing lived up to it, nothing built up to it, so people lost their attention spans for it. You know what I mean? So I'd like to see another one. I like to see him go again, just for competition's sake. I think the people want to see it. It'll just be big. It's like the Mayweather and Floyd and McConnor fight or whatever. You know what I mean? Like, people just want to see it. You know what I mean? So, fuck, I'm sure there's enough money in it for both of them. One day when they're kicking back and they got nothing else on, they should make it happen for the fans at least.
Who do you think won the first one?
This is what it is. It was so different that it depended on what sort of person you were to who you would say won. You know what I mean? Like, people that hate lads would have automatically went for 360 no matter what, because like, yeah. But then people that hate people like 360, which is, I'd just say he's a nicer person in the hip hop scheme. You know what I mean? Like, well, he's still a smart ass, but you know what I mean? Like, he's more, it's Melbourne and Sydney. Like, it's basically what it is. But there's so much complexity behind it. It's hard to say. You know what I mean? So of course I'm gonna go for my mate always. But it wasn't like a one-sided battle. You know what I mean? It just really came down to preference. They both did their thing. It was entertaining. Like it was back and forth, and so.
Something that I would like to see purely for the sport and entertainment is Kerser versus Allday.
Yeah, that might happen. Oh, I don't know. Allday's, yeah, it could be good. Or even Allday versus 60. You know what I mean? Because Allday's even like a bit different. I don't listen to a lot of his music. I couldn't tell you word for word, but like, he used to be a stand-up comedian or something like that. So obviously the smart ass, which helps tremendously in battling. And yeah, they're the reasons I don't battle. Like, some like that telling you some smart ass shit, like, haha, he thinks he's winning, elbow to the face. No, you're losing. But you know what I mean? Like, I don't know.
Purpose versus Dunn D is one that's getting thrown around. I don't know if you saw Dunn D's battle where he called out Purpose. I think
I don't really follow the battle scene too much. Dunn D's from Tasmania, yeah. I heard he rapped at our last show. He's really good. What I heard, I liked. But
yeah, man.
Purpose. I heard the name, but I couldn't.
Not too familiar.
The lesson. Oh, yeah.